All right, I'm gonna try to keep a good eye on the microphone today. Make sure that doesn't keep malfunctioning. I'm gonna throw some music on. I've got looks like 3 things to test here. Um, I was told what these 3 things are. However, um, they're not labeled in any way. So let me just take a quick look, see if I can pull up the conversation. Discussing a few things. So this 2CB hydrochloride, 4-ACO DMT, and mescaline. So it's looking like the 4-ACO is supposed to be this brown stuff at the top, just based on they sent me pictures. 2CB hydrochloride is super shimmery, so I think that's the bottom one, and the yellowish container, and then in the reddish container must be the mescaline because it looks more powdery. So I'm gonna run with that information. I've also brought out the reagents to use as well. I've been finding it helpful to keep reagents around, even though yes I have the spectrometer, but you know it's nice to be able to do fancy shit, but even better for people to have some information for doing their own testing at home. I believe my mic is really loud. I'm going to turn it down 1 notch. All right, cool. So, starting with what's on top. Stuff has been shifting around in here. I'm going to photograph this. I believe this is the 4-ACO fumarate or something like that. Let me get a good little it's a little bit reflective because of that lamp. I wish I could zoom in without losing the focus like this, but it's fine. I just don't like the reflection of the camera on the container, but it's not a huge deal. Alright, I've got the photo of the first one. Background measurement's been done. I don't really need scoops. I don't have much in here. I just need something to scoop it up with. But it doesn't need to be measured with the microscope. So I'm going to put everything on the spectrometer first before I even bother with reagent stuff, just because I don't want to destroy any of the sample. So this is like, let's get the overhead on here. I'm actually gonna try to break this up a little bit. So if this is actual 4-ACO DMT, it it will test on the Ehrlich reagent, which sometimes people call like an LSD reagent or whatever. It tests tryptamines, it tests things with the indole ring. So that means it will literally test 5-HTP, melatonin, tryptophan, even though none of those are psychedelic or even technically psychoactive. But I'm telling you that because it's good to know if you just need to test if your reagents still work. These are over-the-counter supplements you can get at like pharmacy or just whatever, anywhere that sells supplements. But yeah, it's not, reagents aren't that selective. However, if you understand how reagents work and what they are supposed to test for, they're actually a very helpful tool. I used them for a decade before I ever had access to equipment like this. Before this kind of equipment was even available at all anywhere, as far as like, you know, testing centers, or, you know, I would mail things into ecstasy data, drugs data, which no longer seems to be operational. I don't know what's going on with that, but they haven't accepted samples since like April 2024. However, let me make sure this, I don't know if I actually cleaned off the tip all the way last night, so let me wipe that just in case. But yeah, sending to them was very expensive, and also it took a while to turn around. It's GCMS versus FTIR, which can be a little more time consuming and tedious for results that are good enough. Oops. Looks like my little cam here, this one, is disconnected. Let me reconnect that real quick. It always disconnects because I have to unplug my laptop and move it around. So here it is. You can see it's this brown color. If I can get it to focus, turning it the wrong way. It looks like it's maroon. Now that's all smashed up on here under the light. But it has like a very chocolatey smell to it. At least, I mean, there's nothing around. I mean, I guess I do have some chocolate stuff around here, but it shouldn't be smelling that potent. Okay. Need to stop fidgeting with this thing. It's gonna get knocked as soon as I move the anvil over. Alright, so it's not very much on there, but I don't have a lot to work with. Should work either way though. What's up with the music? Is it so quiet that I can't hear it, or did it stop? It doesn't look like it's paused. It must be the song. Alright. I don't know why I'm messing with this so much. I haven't eaten or anything yet, so like I'm very unfocused. So let me just move on. You're not going to be able to see much. Alright. Measuring the sample now. Let's make sure to switch this over to the FTIR screen. Alright. This is supposed to be 4-ACO. It better be brown. Alright, cool. Let's get the measurement started. Let me figure out this music while that's doing the thing. This is just too quiet. Got muted somehow. I must have hit a button or something. I'll start the song over. Alright, where are we with this? 99%. Here we go. Oof. Taking this with a grain of salt at the moment. This is ridiculous. Are y'all serious right now? This is a Nitazene? Alright, we're gonna do the Nitazene test strip on it and see what the fuck's going on here. I think I'll only have one of 1, so there better not be no more bullshit. What's wrong with these people, bro? Like, this better just be a mistake. Alright, so, let's see. Let me get a cup, I guess. Little cups. Alright, 1 Nitazene strip. I'm gonna just take it off the spectrometer, or at least whatever I can of it. I'll scoop some more from the, it's a little too sticky. It's not coming off the card. Alright, so I'll just try to do a little scoop of what's in here. Still got quite a bit left, so I'm not too worried about. Running out for a retest. Alright, so that should have been like 2 milliliters. I'm gonna make it 5. Because I don't want this test getting messed up. I only have 1 strip. I need to put in a new order. Alright. Moment of truth. Nitazene test strip. Is this ethyl test nitazene citrate or similar? Better not be any nitazene, or somebody needs to get their head chewed off, bro. What's going on in these labs that they're sending things that are not even close? Honestly, looking at this, I'm just kind of like, how would you even mistake it? But I don't know what all the different variations of substances look like, the different formulations of them. I think I'm already seeing the first line of 2. And that was a nervous chuckle, by the way. A shame. That is a nitazene. Like that's clear as day. And the spectrometer was not wrong. I mean, like, every hit on the top is basically a nitazene, so, you know. Like, is it like at least mixed, or is it just straight up nitazenes? This is the type of shit it looked like when I was doing testing in Sierra Leone, especially. It wasn't quite as bad in Guinea-Bissau, but yeah, I mean, it might be just 2 nitazenes. So I tried to subtract out the main one, and then another one showed up, and I subtract out the secondary one it's trying to pick up, and it's going back to the first one. So, oof. Let me try a mixture analysis. I'm just curious if it'll yield different results. I'll start with 2. Let me get this shit up out of my face. This is upsetting. I want to just like throw this into the fucking street, but I might need this for later exam. I'm going to send this off to the lab as well. But we know it's a nitazene. We got strip information. Pretty clear. Why is it talking about some phenacetin? Oh, I think I've got the wrong. It's got to be on this scan. It's weird how this thing works. All right. Well, new. I'm gonna just put a NTS on here. Actually, it's NTZ nitazene, so that it doesn't get mixed up with a damn thing. Sometimes I'm a little anal about I want to write things, but alright. It doesn't really want to wipe off. But I can tell. Still says phenacetine, which is weird. But I've got a positive for the nitazene test strip. I don't know why the mixture analysis is being goofy. That's why I don't really pay attention to it that much. Let me see what it does when I add in 3. Sometimes it like changes the entire thing, which is why I don't take it that seriously most of the time. All right, welp. Let's I'm gonna wash my hand thoroughly after dealing with this mess. I have an open wound on my thumb too. Well, it's healed, but cut myself with a knife. All right. Come on, focus on the nitazene strip. There we go. All right. Well, let me immediately send that test result over. Yeah, still Tylenol, some phenacetine. I mean, maybe it has a little bit of that in there. I don't know. I doubt it. I think it's just picking up. I mean, I have no awareness of phenacetine causing a false positive or something. I mean, look at these results. We're looking at probably protonidazepine and etolisnitazene. Yeah. All right. So what I'm gonna do is maximize everything, and then we want to make sure that the curves. I wonder why nitazenes have such low. Like they just don't look like they match very well. Maybe it's because it's possibly mixed. Let me go ahead and quick print this. It's not a search report. This will be the actual report. All right. Well, I'll do a little test on that nitazene later. It might be a combo. I'm gonna just wash my hands real quick. All right, let's just make sure everything is like this card. Throw this card out. That was used. And this little spatula thing. All right, let's be sufficient. I need to clean off the spectrometer. That's a upsetting way to start. Let's clean the shit out of this spectrometer. I don't want any cross-contamination happening. I don't have no more nitazene test strips. So if some shit's popping up on the spectrometer, I'm just gonna have to work with that. But I don't want it to be because I accidentally did not clean this well enough. All right, that should be good. And my hands should be nitazene free. I don't think there was anything on my hand anyways, but yeah, so I made the quick print. I'm gonna prioritize um, uploading it right now so that I could send them I know they're going to see the actual report, so. The mixture report, I'm not even going to bother with that one. We want this. This is a regular report. All right. All right. That was the first one down. Let's move on. Hopefully with better news. I don't know what this lab is or what the precursors are dealing with or whatever, but like, what the fuck? This is unacceptable. This is sloppy as hell. Like, these are supposedly coming from no, so this one's super shiny. I think this was no, this one might be the mescaline. The yellow one looks shardy, like 2CB hydrochloride. The stuff spills all over the place too because of this weird container. Ugh, I hate the sound of it squeaking like that. So this better not be some bullshit. Let me swap it back down to the every camera view. So I just need to put a sample on there. I'm gonna try to verify that this is mescaline first, or mescaline-esque at least. And then if it's not some bullshit like nitazenes or something else that nobody seeking this out would want, I'll run a reagent test on it. I'll probably run a reagent test on the nitazene, not today, or at least not this instant, but maybe later. Just for some information. It might be a mix of nitazene, so like it's not gonna be reliable for knowing which one, or like knowing that it's a nitazene, because there's different mixtures a lot of times. So it'll just be more for like demonstration purposes that it looks nothing like 4-ACO, which would only react on Ehrlich. Well, maybe not only, but that's the main thing you'd want to use. The main reagent. Alright, this is supposedly mescaline, I believe. It's kind of like a fish scaly shimmery powder. It's technically white, but it still looks shimmery, like silver. It's probably them texting me back about the results. Alrighty, let me see if I can download that report real quick. Go ahead and send. Oops, wrong app. Alright, mescaline. Thank you. All right. Let's send this file real quick. They said the mescaline should definitely be mescaline. They actually used it. Well, at least they didn't try using the 4-SEO because might not be hearing back from them. I do not think their opioid tolerance is that high. Let me research so I get the 100 hits. We're looking at mescaline for show. And just gonna maximize each so I can look for any unusual differences. This is the back end of this really shouldn't be showing. I thought I like had set the settings so that it drops off at 600. So I really don't care about what's past 600. But anyway, yeah, so I'm actually just going to do another quick print on this. I need to get in the habit of always printing stuff. Forgot to take a picture as well. But I'll do that right now. Where's the... Here it is. Kind of don't want the background of the 2CB in there. Alright, looks good. I also need to put this stuff up on, what is it called? Street Check. Alright, so I'm going to say that it's all good. I'll do a quick auto subtract, but nah. Mescaline. Alright, moving on. Let's clean this up. I'm gonna scoot whatever's stuck to this back in. Well, you know what? I'm actually not going to because Nitazene was on it. And that amount of mescaline is not gonna... Mescaline requires like 400 milligrams or something like that. So it's not like this amount is that valuable. I don't want to contaminate this little thing. I mean, everything should be clean, but I'm trying to be extra cautious and careful. Alrighty, let's wipe that down with the alcohol. I should get like a spray bottle, like a little spritzy bottle of alcohol. So I'm not always opening these little individual wipes. These are more for like, you know, portable use. It says isopropyl alcohol, 70%. I have ethyl alcohol. I can get some isopropyl over the counter in like a little spray bottle. All right. So, last one is 2CB. Whoa. It's like all over the side. So, like, when I was tapping it like that, it was kind of like... Maybe I shouldn't be just, like, dumping a bunch of 2CB all over my hand. Supposed 2CB. It looks like 2CB. It'll be fine. I will be fine. All right, so photo. Is there enough contrast? Yeah, there's plenty. All right, should be good. Now, I'll wipe this off. We'll reuse this little spatch. Get all the alcohol residue off. All right. I like crush this up a little bit more. These long shards are not gonna fit under the anvil very well. This is a lot of 2CB. It's really quite enough on there, but I have plenty to work with, so I'm not gonna be particularly shy. I'm gonna make sure that the diamond is very, very covered. I need a card so I can make it more even. So I forgot to kind of display the mescaline, but this is a supposed 2CB hydrochloride. Kind of like ground it down a little bit, but you can probably see it here if I shine it into the jar it came from. I'm like having a hard time focusing it and stuff. Anyway, not that important. Need to get it more into a pile. Alright, cool. I'm actually gonna what is up with the camera situation? Oh, someone chatted to me and I have this thing in full screen mode. I couldn't see the chat because I don't have the chat overlay on. Someone's asking me if I know about gaming PCs. Not really. I have an MSI, but it overheats constantly. This is a science show where I test mostly illicit substances, so probably not the best live stream to ask such questions. But I do have a lot of computer stuff, but none of them are optimized for gaming. And my gaming laptop is a lemon, so much for that. Let me get so this is there. Now you can see the little chat thingy, but that's not super important right now, so I'm actually going to turn that off. Just like for now, because it's covering up part of the camera. Yeah, so anyway, measure sample. And this is supposed to be 2CB HCl. And shiny long shard. Alrighty, so this is something I could, let me switch this over. I've got plenty of almost curious if I can get some of this that's on the table. It's quite a bit. Get that hair out of there. Alright, I got 3 wells filled with the 2CB that was on the table. I mean, there might be some other shit that's not supposed to be in there, but I think it's mostly 2CB. Got some into the 4th well, so I'm going to use the reagents on that. I love avoiding waste. So we got a pretty high hit quality match on the 2CB hydrochloride. We do have hydrobromide or whatever, HBr, in the library, which it will match very strongly to that when it is that. It mostly matches to HCl. I wonder why this random hit for in-bone popped up though. It's really low. It's interesting that all these other 2CB hits are really low too. Like, which library is this coming from? Swig drug? Interesting. I wonder why theirs sucks and BCCSU is better. Let me like do it alphabetical. So 2CB also pops up here with a fairly weak hit quality. Okay, that's a Swig drug one. What about this one? That one's Kaikion's. Could just be the way they recorded they made the library thing. I kind of know how that works, but it also would depend on the quality of the standard. But anyway, it's looking pretty similar. Just there's like the peaks, the various high and low parts are just different ratios. So yeah, I'll do the quick print, obviously. Trying to get into good record keeping habits. And then I'm gonna do I'll chat with them later. Reagent tests for the 2CB, and then I'll also do I'm gonna grab off the 2CB from the spectrometer. I'm gonna just put it into the vial, I guess. I have so much 2CB left. Vial onto the the ceramic plate. Like I said, I don't want any cross-contamination possibly happening. I don't think I would, but I'm just not going to put it back in that jar. Alright, let's just make it a little bit more even across. It's not as much on the last one. Alright, close enough. Alright, results for 2CB. Let me make sure that this is in frame. I'm also gonna get record it with this camera, which is a better camera than the overhead camera. It is a pretty old webcam. Alright, so let me actually put it a little bit more. Alright, it's on all the cameras, right? Alright, cool. So, usually I work with Marquis Mechie, sometimes Mandolin, but what's a little bit more clear. So we got Marquis, Fruity does a yellow, Lieberman does a black, Mandolin does a black, Mechie does a brown. Alright. Marquis. The Mandolin's kind of hard to read, and not a lot of people have Mandolin at all. But I think it still serves a purpose. But we'll do the Frody and the Lieberman. Maybe as a bonus, I could do Mandolin if I can. There. I think there's some down in that bottom right well. Alright, cool. So it's gonna be Marquis, Mechie, Frody, Lieberman, Mandolin. Alright, it goes from like greenish, like a greenish yellow blue thing, and that's getting to brown. I think Frody goes yellow, if I recall. Yeah, yellow, and then Lieberman's supposed to go basically like brown to black. Looks pretty black without much brown. Mandolin, same deal. Alright, so let me do a little reversey-wersey. There you go. Alright, so that's that. I want to do the mescaline. I haven't had a chance to test for mescaline on reagents in a long time. I don't even think they put it in the chart anymore. Not that this is the first time I've had mescaline. I don't think I bothered with the reagents. Let's see, they still keep mescaline on the chart. Grassroots harm reduction. You should have a reagent testing chart with your reagents. I don't know why you would not. So weird. Not even on the website. And if it is, put it in a more obvious location. I'm using the DanceSafe chart, which, you know, same shit, but not helpful to not have that. Alright, so mescaline is still on here. It goes orange on Marquis, which I knew, but what about the other ones? Frody's like brown, Lieberman's black, Mandolin's kind of brown, Mechie's kind of black. So basically, the main difference is the Marquis that might start to look like 2CB otherwise, but let's get a sample and see. I put it at the top. Alright, there should be enough on each of those, but I'm going to try to divide it up for the fifth one. And I put it here, so hopefully there's no cross-contamination from the other wells, because I just kind of like slung the 2CB at the ceramic plate. So it's probably kind of like scattered in places that I'm not noticing by eye. Alright, so we got it there. I want to record this again because it's fun. What do I do with the... No, here it is. See if we can get a little bit more close on that video. Putting it right here. Alright, cool. So we're starting with the marquee. Gonna bring it down a little bit to the left. Seeing that orange. Alright, Meki. I think it all just kind of gets brownish from here. Yeah, looks solidly brown. Frody. I think it's like a blackish. It's turning like a yellowish. There might not have been much in there, but that's okay. Okay, this one, Lieberman, goes straight up black. I'll double check that Frody reaction. And where's the mandolin? Where'd it go? Did I like put it back? I don't think I did. It's behind the jar. Alright. Mandolin should be blackish, brownish. Alright, it's looking brown. Let me check that let me check that, what was that one? Frody on the mescaline. It says it goes yellow to brown, but it's mostly yellow. It's kind of giving a tint of brown now, but meh. I could try like slide a little bit more up in there and see if it reacts better with more of the substance. It's my alarm. It means it's time for me to go. However, I'm finished anyways. So I'm gonna close up everything. Let me get a quick reverse video of this. And I'm also gonna get these little reagents in frame. Alright, that's enough of that. So, I guess I could take an actual just photo. I mean, I sort of did, but not really. And I'll put the mescaline and the 2CB next to it. Didn't do any strip tests because don't really feel like I need to. Alright, cool. Alright. That's how social media shit is done. Alright, cool. Done. Now it's time to start my morning, like actually start it. Like eat. There's been food in the microwave this entire 45, 50 minutes. And I need to take my meds and do all that stuff. So, thanks for tuning in, one viewer. If it's the same viewer that asked about gaming PCs, hope you're at least entertained by this, because these are not gaming PCs. This is a MacBook. This is a MacBook Pro, and then this is a shitty ProBook HP, which comes with the spectrometer. You know, it's not like yeah, it's not. I'm sure it can't handle gaming. And my MSI laptop, which I don't use for this because the keyboard is fried on it and it overheats constantly, and I mostly just keep it closed because it has so many problems, which is unfortunate because it's a good brand, a solid, you know, gaming laptop brand, but I managed to get the one model that sucks dick. Yeah. Anywho, that's it for me. I'm a peace out. I don't think there's nothing else I really need to do on camera. I'm gonna clean up though. All right. Goodbye. All right. I'm just gonna make this quick because I realized that in kind of the whole 4ACO situation and it popping up with nitazenes, which was just bizarre, didn't really seem to make sense. I'm gonna do some reagent tests on it. Also, in hindsight, 2 lines is negative, so that was my bad. 2 lines on a test strip is negative, so it must not be nitazenes. It must be something else that the FTIR is not matching correctly, because it might not be in the library. It just would be wild if there's that many matches for a nitazene and it's not being picked up by the strip. But I want to give this another sort of analysis. I probably won't put more of it on the FTIR because I don't have that much left in here, and I think it would be important to send this off to GCMS if this is a library issue. What I can try to do, if this is not coming up on the Ehrlich, which, let me make this big. I put a few in the different wells here so that, okay, so we are getting a purplish reaction on Ehrlich, which means it's in that tryptamine family. I'm going to go ahead and use a couple different reagents, see if there's any reaction on other ones or if it only reacts to Ehrlich. I've not really known tryptamines to react to much else, but I mean, I know LSD technically would. I'm not fully seeing reactions I'm convinced they're actual reactions, aside from the Ehrlich. So, and I used Ehrlich, Marquis, Mecki, Frody. I've got a 5th one. Instead of Lieberman, I'm going to try the mandolin. Yeah, let's give it a shot. So yeah, it's not really reacting to anything else. I just got reagent on my hand, which is it's mildly acidic. So, but I just wiped it off, so it shouldn't like burn through. But I will rinse it. Oh, it is giving me a color on the mandolin, and it is starting to give me some colors with the other reagents after a very, very slow reaction. I'm just not super convinced it means much. It also is like this very odd color, so sometimes I don't know if the colors of like the substance itself is just like, I don't think it's a dye because it is a powder, but I have some reaction on other reagents besides Ehrlich, and maybe I can use that to get some information. I don't know where I could find reliable reagent information for ACO DMT, but at least it did react on Ehrlich, and it was definitely Ehrlich, right? There's that bottle. They all look so... Sorry, it's probably like making loud noises in the mic. Someone said that if it was testing ASMR, that my voice is very soothing, which is interesting. So, like, here's the sound of the reagent rubbing on the microphone. But yeah, I'm just gonna put a blank drop just to make sure. But yeah, turned purple. It's a very mild purple, but you know, the strength of the color, it's kind of irrelevant. But I wanted to give that another shot because I realized after the fact, after I got some food in my system, that 2 lines is negative. So like that, if anything, it's not Nitazene. I'm not convinced that that was just a test strip failure, like false negative. It kept trying to say it was like phenacete and other stuff, and I did the mixture analysis. I'm gonna load the file back up real quick, and just see if there's just something I didn't think to try. Like maybe I'll pull up the 4-ACO spectra separately, and like, is it even in the list anywhere? Like, it's not seeing it. It has a couple of different names, but I feel like it would just be labeled as 4-ACO and not like silicetin and things like that. Phenacetin comes up a bunch, but I just don't know why. I don't know why there would be any similarities between nitazene's phenacetin, a discontinued painkiller, and 4-ACO DMT, a silicin prodrug. So yeah, let me, how do I do the thingy again? I think it's under search. No, it's under, and also while I'm in here, let me go ahead and, I think I have access to the Kaikan, the new Kaikan library. I'm not convinced that it's going to have, not convinced that it's going to have, like, information, like library updates that will help me with this. But I might as well, because I never want to come to my computer when I'm not already added just to update the database. So I might as well do that now. This is old. No, this is it. You know, I can see all my emails between me and Kaikion. It's not that big of a deal. It's not like a secret or anything. Let's see. Why can I not find? It shouldn't be from Kaikion. It should be from. Should be like very recent too. I mean, is it this one with the? These are not. I'm confused. I thought it came. Maybe it was from Kaikion. So. FTI library update. Okay, so it's from Nuria. This is the link. And this is also a RAR download. Okay, so I should be able to just extract that real quick. I'm gonna make a new window. In downloads, February 2025, extract files. Alright, it's Kaikion Opus, this one. Alright, cool. So this needs to be copied. Also, let me get rid of this. Let me go ahead and wash off this because it smells weird. Alrighty. Let me throw some music back on also. Alright, so let's copy. I think I already copied, but let me do it again. Copy over to This is sounding really intense. All right, so folder library. Paste in here, and then let's go back into Opus. Open this and browse. And we want this. Okay. The old Kaikion one. It's hard to see when they all have the same reading. So this one's from 2024. Alright, let's save this because it likes to just keep resetting for some reason sometimes. This is like Feb 25. I mean, not literally February 28th, it's Feb 11/25. So we know this is 2025, so I don't get confused. Alright, so let's search the library. So it's still thinking it's that from that scan. But let me switch over to the FTIR. However, I should be able to just like look at the library. I'm blanking. I'm blanking on how this works. I've done it before. I think it's not spectrum search, information search. No, I mean maybe. I don't know. That's not the right thing. It's There's a way to just search the library and like look at the yeah, it's not. It's annoying that I can't remember how this works. I think I was in the right place. But I want to search, I want to enter search text. I want to just like look through the list. There's like a way to look through the list. And I just can't remember how that works right now. Browse library. Ah, there it goes. Alright, so then I'm gonna look for, let's see, in the quick access library. I'll use the BCCSU one because that usually has the most hits for things. So I'm just gonna look to see if it has 4-ACO DMT in it. Which is 4-acetoxy dimethyltryptamine or whatever. I don't see it. It's weird. I'm pretty sure I've tested 4-ACO DMT before. Surprised if BCCS does not have that. Let's try the Kaikion one, the most recent one. Where is it? Is this not the correct folder for it? Opus 8.7 data library. It's right there. February. Why can't I see it? Opus 8.7 library. Oh, there it is. I don't know why it was being that way. Open. Lots of deleted. 4AC. Okay, so it has 4-ACO DMT fumarate, which is what it's supposed to be. So, I don't want to use more because there's not a lot. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can scrape, because I do want to send this off since this is so sketchy. I'll give it a shot. It should show up somewhere. That's a thing. If it's in my library, it should show up somewhere. So let's measure the background. Oof. Let me see if I can like break up a little bit more of this. Alright, so I think there's enough on the spatula to like smear it across the, like, is this even showing? Yeah, technically. Smear it onto the diamond. So that's covered. Alright, I think that's covered. I'm gonna like squeeze it some more, squish it some more into the space. Alright, I'll give it a shot with, can you see it? Looks kind of like chocolate. Alright, I'm gonna bring the anvil all the way down, even though there's not a whole lot covering. There we go, that's actually a good shot of the sample. Alright, let's do a new scan. This is 4-ACO fume retest. Brown pasty. Alright, so it's still just giving me these nitazenes. It's a different set of nitazenes, so that's some progress, but like this is a really low hit quality. So it must not be the fumarate or whatever. Let me go back to this and do the... Yeah, it's still giving me the same thing. This is so bizarre. I don't know. Yeah, so I was just like communicating with this person about it. But yeah, it's still giving me this, and it's like low hit quality, but I always get low hit quality with Nitazenes. But what else would it be if this is not an accurate match? It's just weird. I'm not understanding how this person would have this type of product. I'm not sure. I'm trying to figure out if they supposedly synthesized it. Like, there shouldn't be a mistake about that. Or if they sourced it from somewhere else to source out, resource out. But yeah, nothing. It's just like, it's not even, unless for some reason that 4ACO library hit. So let me bring it back up. What did I do on that thing again? It was like, it's this button, right? Browse library. So for 4ACO, should be able to like pull it into the, I can't remember how to do all these little things, and it's not always accurate. But 4ACO, there's 4ACO DMT, fumarate. You don't see another DMT version of the fumarate. In this library, but let me bring it in. Can I like drop this into the, what does extract mean? Okay, so it opened it here, but it just looks chaotic because it's bringing up all of my previous tests. This is not really helpful. So anyway, yeah, I don't know what to do with this. This is just gonna have to go off to the lab, and they'll have to figure it out. I could try sending this spectra to somebody, but I don't know. If it's a library issue, then none of us have it. Anyway, well, I want to rule out Nitazene because the Nitazene test strip was actually negative, and that was just me misinterpreting it. Because, you know, my results from the spectrometer were kind of like convincing me in a way, but yeah, I don't know what it is. I can maybe say that it's not Nitazene, but I don't know what it is, and the spectrometer really thinks it's that. I've done 2 scans now. I'm not going to waste any more of this on there. So I'm going to clean this up. I'm going to try to actually scrape some back into here, because I do want to kind of need to be careful with the metal tools. But it's kind of like sticky, so paper not really going to do it. All right. I think I got it dislodged enough to scrape the rest with paper. Some of it's probably gonna get stuck on there. Yeah. All right, well, I've got enough to work with to send off. I'm gonna clean this up real good again. I don't have any things, I don't have any test mailers for UNC. I have them for CFSRE. It was for a different project, but I'm trying to think of what I could get the fastest turnaround for. And I still have CFSRE. I have like 2 or 3. Because sending this to Spain, I'm still waiting on my results on the hormones. They're working on it. They got the package, but I forgot to send them the other results. I know I saved them, so it's just a matter of making sure they're uploaded, so I can bring them down on my phone. Don't need that window anymore. 2CB and mescaline. Bring that in. Did I wipe the tip off? I don't remember. I'm gonna wipe it again. Alright. Should be defo clean now. And I'm done here. I'm just like doing some housekeeping. I might go ahead and package up the stuff for CFSRE. I had 3 as suspected. I need to put all this stuff into the system. So yeah, anyway, that's really all I'm going to do for today. But I'm going to do it off camera. I also want to move on from this stuff. I've got other things that I need to work on. But at least I've eaten and taken care of my own needs. But I think I'm going to send this off at CFSRE. It looks like I've got everything I need to send it to them again. I might have to like make my own mailer, but I took a photo of all the mailing information before I sent it off previously, so that I can just buy my own mailer and label. Alrighty, well that's it for me. So I'm gonna, I'm gonna make sure that both of these episodes are together when I post it to YouTube, because that was my mistake of misreading the test strip. And yeah, I just want to make sure that it's clear. Probably edit out some stuff that's just not helpful. But at least my mic didn't go out. Like, that was a pain in my ass for the last few streams. So, anywho, peace.